Hi, I am Stephanie Costanzo, and for my interview, I was able to get a hold of a friend of mine named Nicholas Penalillo, who does comics for the Kutztown newspaper and for the internet called More Muffins and Sex. He agreed to answer a few of my questions, but unfortunately, it was only through email and I couldn't get a voice recording. When asked, what do you see as the role of the visual arts in our mass mediated world, and particularly in your profession, Nick replied, to me, I find the visual arts role in today's world, and mostly for aesthetic reasons. There haven't been much talk about art exhibits showing off the latest of blankety blank, like it would have been in the years of Dali or Warhol. In my profession of cartooning, it has been viewed more as for the entertainment rather than a commentary about something. If I ever did a commentary on it, it would actually be noticed because it would break within its style. His response to, with new communications and media technologies, imagery is almost instantly available. Do you believe that this is having a positive or a negative influence on the industry? And can you provide an example? Was, I could reason that it's becoming a negative influence, but only because, how the question states, imagery is almost instantly available. We appear to be living in a time where everything and everyone is connected and must be in the most vibrant of colors, or showing the most bizarre thing one could think of just to grab someone's attention longer than a second to show off their work. However, having access to the internet on your phone, being able to use Photoshop on a tablet to directly draw whatever you thought of, and being able to send it to a devout few to send to others does have its perks. I asked, what popular images do you see that are frequently rechanneled throughout the entertainment industry? He responded, to be honest, I see a lot of hipsters symbolizing art culture or just young people in general, and I feel that this is obnoxious. Sure, what I'm saying is pretty shallow and trivial, but not everyone who likes to draw has some sort of custom to just wear light scarves with 4 jackets and a beanie, and to be listening to indie music and chastise people who prefer others' tastes, or then labeling someone who is a hipster just because they have a fascination with older technology and happens to draw. I'm actually working on a history degree. When asked, are there particular images that this industry has popularized and or created? He replied, this is a tough one, for I do have a lot of likes. The typical like I mentioned earlier, Dali and Warhol, are among some, but then again, the visual arts do also contain cinema and cartoons. One of my favorite comics ever is Calvin and Hobbes by Bill Watterson. It's a cartoon that is simplistic in design, has light-hearted humor, but also contains deeper meanings in things such as life, the environment, or just growing up in the late 1980s United States. To me, Bill Watterson is an artist. He has perfected this, thus becoming a style. Lastly, I asked, who is one of your favorite visual artists, and or what is your favorite style of visual arts? And he responded, mentioning from the above statement, Bill Watterson's Calvin and Hobbes style is what I adopted from drawing cartoons in the 3rd grade. I used to draw very oddly with people having just triangles for noses, but when I started to learn how to draw Calvin, I was able to mess with noses and other features of people. Another one is the famous Brian Lee O'Malley's Scott Pilgrim series, which made great use of pop culture references, background scenery, and coloring. For the first year of the comic I did, it was mostly in black and white until I got a bamboo tablet and was able to color it and make it much more neater. As well, there was the original Speed Racer series I used when drawing a different strip to make people appear more serious rather than look simplistic. The only issue I ever came across with this is how to make these comics have a story. Most comics are actually short stories I penned down from having long talks with my friends at either work or midnight discussions at a Wendy's. But then again, the story writing is something I have to learn from myself. If I just look at other style, that's just plagiarism. Nicholas Penalillo is a great artist and writer. He might not be a professional, but many love his work, and he's a close friend of mine, so I was honored to have him answer my questions.